Ankit Bansal, the founder of Namaste. He has helped thousands of students, including me.
I have been seeing your content on LinkedIn mostly and for a very long time.
AI completely replaced data engineering, data analytics, or data science role. For a professional, how much do you think that LinkedIn profile matters?
I think LinkedIn is a good place. It is not that hard. It is just that we are lazy.
How can people get benefited from your free courses that are available on YouTube?
Let's say you want to learn SQL. You don't directly jump and buy a costly course. No. Take some basic video from YouTube which covers basic of SQL.
If someone is coming from the non-tech background, how tough it would be for them? What would be the path for them?
Now it also depends on the more you give, more you get. And you will always be happy with that.
Welcome to my very first podcast. I'm super excited. For the last 18 months, I've been sharing content online. I always hesitate to come in front of camera. Finally stepping out of my comfort zone, started sharing something in front of the camera. Before we deep dive, I am Abhishek Sahu. I'm a senior data engineer based in Amsterdam. I have around 9 years of experience in data engineering, cloud, and other technologies. Over the time, I have shared content over LinkedIn, Instagram, and other platforms. And to make this episode very special, I'm joined by someone who inspired me from the start, Ankit Bansal, the founder of Namaste. He has helped thousands of students, including me, learn SQL, Python, Power BI, Snowflake, and many more. I still remember discovering his YouTube channel a couple of years back, then taking his course Zero to Hero SQL from his platform Namaste. And so, from being a student, learning from his content to having him as my very first podcast guest, I'm truly honored and thrilled to have you, Ankit. So welcome to my podcast as Ankit.
Thank you, Abhishek. It's nice talking to you. I have been seeing your content on LinkedIn mostly, right? And for a very long time, right? You share my videos, courses, and lot of things. And apart from that, I see you share very resourceful things, right? Documents to help data engineers, right? So it's great to see you live, and it's a great feeling for me as well.
It's a truly an honor to have you into my first guest because this is my first time. And usually people take time to join into any of the podcasts. People don't like to be the first guest of someone who just started. Start from your journey, like how you got into the data analytics zone and how your career started. Because I have seen your journey from Infosys, Deloitte, then Amazon, then now you have your own platform. So if you can brief about your journey.
Okay, so I have been into data from starting from Infosys days, right? So in Infosys we have this foundation training in Mysore you would have heard, right? So it has basically three phases: basic, intermediate, and stream. Stream is advanced training. So basic and intermediate is same for everyone, right? In a stream, it is as per the requirement they will train you, right? Some people are getting trained in Java, all the advanced thing, .NET, right? I was trained in SAP ABAP. Then I was in Mangalore, but there were no projects in SAP ABAP for 2 3 months, right? And then they said you learn ETL, right? Data stage. So they gave 5 days of training and then they put me in a data stage project and then that data journey started from there, right? I was a ETL developer, and as a ETL developer, you know little bit of SQL, Unix and all, but mainly focused on data stage, right? Then I picked up other technologies, moved to Bangalore, worked on product development in Deloitte, then moved to AWS, worked for around 3 4 years. And couple of years back, I started YouTube and Namaste SQL as well, right? So yeah, it is going well. I feel it was a good time that I didn't get any SAP ABAP project and I was into data because now data is like booming, right? And I was always good in maths from starting. So when you talk about data engineering, data analytics, something related to maths, right? You use your mathematical skills to do things, right? So I think that is helping me. I was always the student who used to solve maths questions. And then moving to data is very natural to me. So yeah, I'm very lucky, I feel. Yeah.
What I remember that when I started following you, that time you were in Amazon. And normally for a common people, like it's a dream company. Okay. Leaving a company like a secure job and starting something your own, it must be very scary, right?
It looks scary from outside, but it is not actually. So I'll tell you why. So I started YouTube channel in Jan 2022,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
In Jan 22, I launched YouTube channel, and Namaste SQL I launched in October, November same year, right? And Amazon I left in last year, 2024 Feb. So I was already doing all of this stuff for 1.5 years, working in Amazon as well as doing this. Now I was at the point that I cannot manage both the things, right? Although the manager and everyone was supportive that you can work as a mentor in Amazon, this and that, but my mind was not satisfied that I cannot give full dedication neither to Amazon nor to my work. So Namaste SQL. So I decided, okay, I have decent income already from Namaste SQL portal, and I don't have any financial constraints as such, right? So I just started this, and it is the best thing I have done, I think, in my life.
Thanks, Ankit, for sharing this journey. Come back to like the community that you have built. If I can see, then you have around 250,000 on LinkedIn, around 160 something on YouTube, and you have like keep sharing like so many courses or like free content and everything. So let's say someone who doesn't have much money, say is like they have money but they don't have like huge like they can spend, because if you see like many organizations they are charging like in lakhs or in higher thousands level. So how can people get benefited from your free journey, free courses that are available on YouTube and the content that you are sharing?
Okay, so if someone is starting, right, they don't have to buy any course as such. First of all, they should know they really have interest or not. Get the basic understanding of technology, right? That you can get from there are a lot of YouTube videos, right? If let's say you want to learn SQL, you don't directly jump and buy a costly course. No, take some basic video from YouTube which covers basic of SQL. Do that, right? In that process, you will know that you are getting interest or not. Do you want to pursue it further or not? Because let's say you buy a 10,000 course and later you realize, okay, I'm not liking this. I don't want to move into this. Then it is waste, right? That idea of a technology you can get from free content, right? There are very nice videos on YouTube, right? For SQL, or you can buy courses on Udemy, 400, 500 courses, right? On Namaste SQL also, we don't have very costly courses. Around in 2000, 3000 range, all the courses are there, right? And we cover everything from basic to advanced. It is not that just basic we are teaching. So if you have interest, you can just spend 2 3,000 and you can learn end to end any technology, right? So you don't have to spend lakhs or 50,000. See, edtech companies also have this constraint, right? Because see, I'm an individual contributor, right? I don't have any CEO, I don't have marketing expense, I don't have ad expense, right? I have built my brand, so I can afford to sell courses in less prices. But edtech company has to manage salaries of employees, this, that, marketing, hundreds of things. So they will have to sell at more cost, right? So this is how it works. So you have to find the right person so that you can buy courses at right price.
So it's like start free, build the fundamental, then go for paid. Recently, like you have launched your Snowflake course, I think last weekend. What is the importance of Snowflake in 2025? Because it is also a data warehousing tool. People get confused because between like they should go for Databricks, Snowflake, or normal SQL. So if you can brief about those things, then that would be helpful.
So Snowflake and Databricks are kind of, competitor to each other, right? Whatever you can do in Snowflake can be done in Databricks, and whatever you do in Databricks, same thing can be done in Snowflake as well. Mostly 19% of the use cases. They have their some strength and weaknesses, but 80 90% of the industry use cases can be solved with both, right? It is like you are purchasing something, right? Then you will decide, okay, should I buy Hyundai or should I buy Maruti, right? Both are car, both will serve both purposes. It is just that what you like more, right? See, Snowflake is more SQL friendly, right? If you are good in SQL, I mean, if you are, let's say I'm a client, I need a data warehouse. I'll tell you why we need first of all. But I have more SQL developer and it is easy to find SQL people. maybe I will go with Snowflake, right? Snowflake, 80-90% of the things you can do with SQL, right? So if you know SQL, it is very easy path to learn Snowflake, right? If you go to Databricks, it is more PySpark based, right? So it's Spark based basically. So you can write PySpark, you can use PySpark API, or you can even write Spark SQL, right? But both solving the purpose of laying the data foundation for you, right? So what is the end-to-end process? So you have old TP systems like Amazon or Namaste SQL, which are the user interface application. So ultimately your source of the data is users. When I buy a product in Amazon, right, that is a data, right, that will be stored in Amazon OLTP system, online transaction processing. So those systems are for operations, not for analytics. You just do day-to-day operations. For analytics, you will move to another system. And now that can be in Databricks or Snowflake or anywhere, right? So those systems are built for analytics. You can't do analytics on OLTP system. On OLAP system, you have to do analytics, right? So you will move data and you can do analytics using Databricks or Snowflake or whatever you choose as per your business use case.
And what exactly about your course curriculum, whether it is like from basic to advanced level or a normal SQL guy who doesn't have much understanding about SQL, whether he can be joined to that program, or if you can brief about that.
So I think basic SQL skills should be there, right? So we are not teaching SQL in Snowflake course. You have to learn SQL first. Then you can just take. Then we cover everything. We cover data modeling, data warehousing concepts, right? 1 week we don't even touch Snowflake. We was first work on foundation, right? What is OLTP word? What is OLAP? What is normalization? What is star schema? What is data warehousing? Right? If you know SQL, then you can take the course.
And like, do we have the end-to-end project also in the course?
Yeah, we have 2 projects in the course. Yeah, which covers real-time industry-like projects. Yeah.
Question is like many people struggle in SQL coding round. Like, what path would you suggest to gain that confidence?
Okay. So SQL is like forever, right? From years and years, but it's still. I remember when I was in Infosys, right? And we have that group of friends and all. And after 2-3 years, everyone was starting to preparing for switch, right, to other companies. And that time also people used to struggle in SQL. And now after 15 years or 10, 12 years, we are in 2025, still we are discussing same, right? We are not able to crack SQL now. So it is like a forever this issue is going on. And but it has a simple path. Not people have made it very complicated. The problem is people have not learned in a right way, right? Again, you will say I'm promoting my course. I don't have any intention of that in this podcast. But you can learn from anywhere and then you have to practice. That is the only way, right? In our course, what we do, we cover everything. So we have around 12, 13 lectures. And after each lecture, you have the assignments. So you will learn some concepts and then do the assignment of those concepts. Then day two, you learn some concept. Then assignments will be based on day one and day two things that we covered. And you will then progress till the end and we will cover everything. Right? Similarly, if you are learning from somewhere else, same way you should do. You should not learn all the concepts and then start practicing. Whatever concepts you learn, practice those, then next concepts, then practice those, and so on. Once this exercise is done, then you should take some project where all the topics are covered, right? Because when you go topic wise topic, you know, okay, in this assignment, I have to use these topics. But in interview, it is not like this. Interviewer will not tell you that you have to use aggregation or window function, right? But during assignments, you will get idea. Okay, Ankit has taught this, so this must be used in this assignment, right? But that is okay while learning. In the end, then you can do couple of projects, do case studies. There are a lot of questions on my YouTube channel. We have questions on Namaste SQL coding platform as well. So there are a lot of content to practice. You just need, I think, 2-3 months of focus to master SQL. If you can spend 2 hours every day for next 50-60 days, more than enough.
Yeah, thank you. Like, I'm getting lot of DMs. Like, let's say some people are there in some non-tech background. Like, maybe they are in the functional role, and after 10 year or 12 year, they are now realizing that okay, we need to get into data analytics or engineering or data science. How tough it would be for them, and if it is not that tough, then what would be the path for them if someone is coming from the non-tech background?
I think it will be tough. It will not be easy. I wouldn't say that it will be easy. 10 years of experience, right? Now, it also depends on what kind of experience you have in last 10 years, right? One is maybe you were a Java developer or UI developer, right? It was a tech role only, but you want to move. Other one is you are in a non-tech roles like sales, marketing, right? These kinds of roles. So when you are in sales, marketing, this kind of role, you have to understand you are already working with data, right? You must be doing something in Excel, right? Or PPT, or you must be creating some charts already, right? So you already doing little bit of analytics. Maybe it was on smaller data, right? But you are already doing some kind of data analysis in your day-to-day work. Even if you are working in Excel, you have a good understanding of data. That how what data looks like, what is rows, what is column, right? What is aggregation when you use pivot table. So a lot of people already know these things, right? It is just like going to the next level. How you can scale those analysis, right? In Excel, maybe you were working on 1 lakh, 2 lakh records, right? If you have to do this analysis on millions and billions of records, how you will do it? And that's where this technology, SQL, Python, Snowflake, Databricks will come into picture, right? So what they should do, they should definitely start with SQL and Python, right? But see, they should not go in interviews or in resume that they were into non-tech for 10 years, right? No, they will not get a call. What they should do, they should show, okay, last 2 years or 3 years, I was working as a data analyst, right? And whatever projects, whatever work they are doing in actual, in their day-to-day life, think about what kind of analytics projects could have done. So once you learn the technology, then you can relate, okay, I can show this project, right? So if you show 2 3 years of experience and you have good skills, then there is a good chance that you can move into data analytics. Yeah.
One more question is like, let's say you have two sources like where you share content, right? Like one is your YouTube channel and another one is your Namaste SQL. Let's say somebody comes to me like he's a complete beginner and he's asking me how I should like start my SQL journey by using both of your platform. So if you can suggest me or give a path like, okay, this guy should start with my playlist, then go with this my complex SQL question, then he should take the my paid course. So if you can guide that path, then that would be helpful.
Okay. So if you are just starting, you don't know anything about SQL, right? So what happens? I have a 2 hours video of SQL for data analysis, right? On YouTube, right? So you can watch that video and get some understanding how what it looks like SQL for data analysis. So if you see if you are getting an interest, then I would suggest you take a course because on my YouTube most of the videos are I'm solving questions, right? From different companies, right? So if you don't have good fundamentals, if you have not learned all the topics, if you directly solve those questions, you will not be able to solve it. Okay. So SQL for data analyst just to have understanding that you are getting interest or not, right? Once that is done, you should do the course, right? It is just 2,500 rupees, not much, right? Or $30 40 if you are outside India. Complete this, and then you can solve more problems from my YouTube channel because in that you don't know which functions will be used. I have not segregated video. Okay, this video is for joins, this question is for aggregation, right? In one question, all the topics can be used, right? So get your fundamentals clear by doing a proper course, and then you can practice.
Now, one confusion like many people have, what role they need to go, like whether it is a data analytics, data science, data engineer. Many people are they are pretty much confused that okay, so whether I should start learning data analytics or engineering or data science. So, what is the difference? And if someone coming from non-tech or just college pass out, what should be the first role they should focus?
I think everyone should start with data analyst roles, right? There are two reasons. One is they are easy to move, right? Because you don't have to learn too many technologies. For data science and data engineer, path is little longer, right? So you may get demotivated, right? So for data analyst, you have to learn SQL, Power BI, these two things. Power BI or Tableau, anything you can learn. You should know basic SQL. Once you know these three things, you can also start learning Python, right? Maybe 2 years back, I wouldn't have said that learn Python for a data analyst, but today I will say, right? As a data analyst, you also should know Python, right? We are into moving into a world of AI. If you learn Python, all those possibilities will open, right? So once you are a data analyst, then you can decide. So you will have good understanding of data and you will be working with business stakeholders as well. So you will get the business idea as well, how things works, how data helps business, right? After that, based on your interest, you can move into data engineering because in the organization you will be working, there will be data engineering team, data science team, right? So you will get some idea what kind of work they do, right? And what data science people are doing, right? Then based on your interest, what you like, right? Don't go by that this has more salary, this has less salary. Don't go by that. If you are good at something, you will earn better than most of the people in industry, right? Don't go by the trend. Go by what you like. Okay. So you can use data engineering, go to data engineering or data science as per your interest.
So start with data analytics, then data engineering or data science based on also like how much Excel and statistic these things really matters for data analytics role.
I think Excel matters a lot because a lot of time you would get data in Excel or you have to share data in Excel. You don't have to all the time use SQL or Python. Let's say you have to do a small analysis or create a quick report, right? So Excel is everyone should know. Anyone in the data field, data analyst, data engineer, data science, machine learning engineer, AI engineer, everyone should have basic understanding of Excel, right? So that should be there, right? And statistics also for data engineering, I don't think statistics is required as such, right? For data analyst, basic statistics is fine, right? But if you are going to data science roles, then you have to learn statistics in that.
And now one famous question, like everyone's just saying that okay, AI will take our job. Will AI completely replace data engineering, data analytics, or data science role?
No, it will not replace. I mean, it will not replace any jobs, but it might be possible that maybe in a team there were 10 data analysts earlier, and with AI, maybe 6, 7 people will do that job. But you need data analysts still, right? But the demand and projects will increase. So maybe there were 10 projects, they required 10 data analysts. Now 10 projects will require 6 data analysts, but there will be 10 more projects, right? Because of AI. So it is not that number of people required for the data analytics or data engineering are less. Demand will be there, right? Because AI can help you in speed up your work, but it cannot do all work, right? It can be your assistant, but it cannot it cannot in itself do everything. You can use it to make yourself faster, right? But it will not replace you for sure.
So if someone wants to learn AI for data analytics, then what are the tools or basic they need to learn?
So first thing is you should know like these tools like ChatGPT, Gemini, how you will use in your day-to-day work. Right? Let's say I'm working on some SQL script or I'm writing a Python script, right? Or I'm doing some data analysis. How I will use it, right? So just learn how to give prompts to ChatGPT so that it will do your work, right? Maybe 50-60% it will do and the rest you will do. So you should learn those things first, that how to use these AI tools, right? Once you learn, then you can learn how to integrate these tools in your workflow. Then you will learn RAG and other stuff, agentic AI and all of that. But that is later part of it. First, you should, in your day-to-day work, you should see how it can help you, how ChatGPT can help you to speed up your work. That should be the first priority.
So Ankit, like how can learners stay up to date? And you might have seen like many people they are like stuck in one technology. How someone can be like up to date with all the technology that are coming in the AI era? Like we can't stay any of the one technology for years, right? And this is especially for the people who are there in a legal system for so long.
So to staying up to date, I think LinkedIn is a good place, right? People just see who are good people in data space and follow them, and then just see what they're talking about, what is there. Second thing is moving from legacy technologies to new technologies, right? So you should do that. I mean, you should learn. You are stuck, maybe you are comfortable, you are in your comfort zone. So maybe pick some technology which is close to what you do, right? Let's say you are a SQL, you are working on SQL, right? SQL Python. Maybe explore Snowflake, right? Learn it. Do take some video from YouTube, learn basics, see if you are getting interest, right? Then learn it in depth, do some projects, and then you can move to new job, right? It is not that hard. It is just that we are lazy. Okay, I'm comfortable with this. I will not do anything. Why to take so much tension? It is okay if you're comfortable, then don't crib. My salary is less, this and that. Be comfortable with what you have. But if you want, you have aspirations, then you have to learn new things. There is no other way. There is no shortcut.
Also, like, if I can ask you, like, what kind of mindset or habits do a successful data professional they have that beginners are lacking?
I think curiosity, I would say, right? So I'll tell you simple examples. Let's say you are working in a project and your stakeholder is saying, do this. You should not do that immediately, right? You should ask why.
Yeah.
Mm. See, why is very important because someone is asking one thing, right? And they have something in mind. Okay, I want this, so I want this, right? But maybe you have a better solution for that, right? They will tell you, give me this matrix. But if you know the why this guy is asking matrix, this matrix, what problem it will solve, right? What business problem he is going through that he wants this matrix. So you should know end to end, not just what is asked to you, right? You should ask more questions because sometimes what happens, we are close to data, right? We know more than the business stakeholder, what all is there in our data sets, right? So ask always that why you need it, right? And then maybe if you have a better solution for it or you have some additional things that you can give, just suggest it. Right? So be curious always why we need it, why they are asking this, right? So that will help you to go in the data field.
And also, what are the common mistakes these beginners they do in their initial journey? Normally, what happen when you just starting your career, they're like only very basic command they just learn. They don't go into like any bit like window function or any of those pivot or those kind of concept. What kind of mistake the beginners they do?
So what I see nowadays when I see resumes, people would have learned all the technologies under the cloud, right? That is a big mistake. They will learn AWS also, Google Cloud also, Azure also, SQL, Python, Snowflake, whatever is there, Python. And they will feel okay. It will look good on our resume. We have 10, 20 things, right? But they will don't know anything, right? They will not know anything in depth. So my always suggestion is focus on two, three things, right? Make it solid. Put create a GitHub profile, right? Put projects and make your two, three things solid and put that in your resume. That these are my primary skills. Or maybe if you have few more things learned, just overview, you can put the secondary skills that I have some idea about it. But my main skills are these two, three, right? What will happen? Interviewer will ask only about those things. And if you are good in them, they will take you, right? As a starter, as a fresher, no one is asking you to learn 10 things. You should know the basics. You should know the SQL, how to write queries, what is create table statement, what is constraint, primary keys, unique keys, those kind of things. Those things you should work on fundamentals. Don't go with the hype, AI, this, that. Fundamentals will only help you crack interviews.
You are very much active on LinkedIn and you keep sharing content. I think nowadays the creator post at least one or two posts every single day. So for a professional, like how much do you think that LinkedIn profile matters?
I think nowadays it matters a lot, right? Because by looking at your activities, so what happens, let's say I'm posting every day or maybe two, three times a week. I'm a working professional, right? Now my post, so what I will be sharing, whatever I have learned, new things or my experience, right? So what happens, these posts may reach recruiters who are hiring for similar kind of positions, right? So they will reach out to you directly. They will look at your profile, right? And say, okay, this guy looks good. He is putting content around this also, right? I also get calls. Still now, HR, I mean, recruiters reach out to me, right? They see it is a founder and everything, but they feel maybe he is interested, right? So I directly get calls, I mean, LinkedIn messages from recruiters. Are you interested? Why? Because they are seeing my content, right? They feel, okay, this guy know things and Maybe it is more about reach, right? Whatever skill sets you have, there are already a lot of jobs. It is just that those people are not able to reach till you. So you have to reach to them, right? And how you will reach? By LinkedIn, you can post your knowledge, you can post whatever project you are working on, and whatever you can just keep posting it, and people will keep starting to follow you if you post consistently. Then it will help you somehow.
Yes, I can relate to this because when we start posting content around the technology, that eventually, many recruiter reach out. Also, we started networking with the other people,
Right.
and that is something I think the best thing. Be it like you are in Bangalore, you can have a very good connection with someone sitting in Canada, so you can get that kind of network. Normally, what happen? People they don't even open LinkedIn until they are looking for a new job,
Yes.
and that it takes time, right? Build a LinkedIn profile and all.
And if you have a network, you can ask for referrals as well.
Exactly.
Right? Let's say someone is working in Google and you see a job opening, you can ask, okay, can you refer me? And in these big companies, product-based companies, they give very much preference to the people who are referred, right? So if someone is referring you, there are good chances that you will get an interview call.
Since I just started my YouTube channel and also I share content on LinkedIn and Instagram. So, what would be your advice for me to grow in content creation along with my data career journey?
So, the- so I'll tell you how what works for me, right? Everyone has their own journey, what they are creating, what they are sharing, right? I can share how what works for me. So two things worked for me. One is I started my YouTube and LinkedIn together. I think that was a good decision, right? Because I started on YouTube. If I start on YouTube, right, I don't have an audience where I will say, okay, watch this, right? So whatever I used to create on YouTube, I will share on LinkedIn, right? And then from LinkedIn, some people will start coming to your YouTube channel as well. And then from YouTube also the new people who are joining you, right? From YouTube recommendation, they will go to your LinkedIn profile as well, right? So this thing will work for you, right? Second thing in content creation, generally in every social media platform, right? If you are putting consistently, right, their algorithms will help you, right? So if you are doing consistently, they will see, okay, this guy is consistent. So your post or your videos will be recommended to more people, right? If you stop posting, let's say I don't post anything on YouTube for 1 or 2 months, and what will happen? My views will go down. Not just on the new video, on the old videos also, I will see my views are coming down, right? So ultimately, they want that whoever is consistent, they will show they will recommend their content to more and more people. So be consistent and also be authentic.
Very important thing nowadays because everyone is creating content. So, how authentic we are, that matters. We have discussed a lot about this career and all. So, apart from this, like if I can ask you, like away from data, what hobbies and that do you really enjoy?
Apart from work, I think I play cricket. I'm a very cricket enthusiast. So every weekend I get opportunity. In the morning we play cricket Saturday, Sunday. And during weekdays I spend a lot of time with my kids and family. Generally they go to school, right? They will come back around 2:30. And after that I spend time with them, go in the park, play cricket with them every day in the evening with my kids. So yeah, and I also love watching Bollywood movies. So whenever there's a good movie, we go to cinema hall to watch the movie. Like cricket movie is like typical Indian.
Typical Indian, and I think you are a diet RCB fan, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
RCB.
So I'm in Bangalore.
Banker, yeah. If you're not in the data, then what would you be doing?
I don't know what I would be doing, but if you are asked what I wanted to do, I would have become a cricketer actually. Right. Maybe I was not in that kind of family background or the inner space where someone will encourage you that go for the cricketing career, right? I'm from a tier 3 city. Their studies are there and then do engineering or doctor or whatever, right? But I feel I was a good cricketer from starting. But it is not, I never thought about I can become a, professional cricketer. Now I feel like, okay, I could have become, right? But there are a lot of people like me, right? But that's okay. Whatever space now I am in, that is also good.
End of the day, we should be happy wherever we are. Yeah. So, Angela, before we wrap up, there are a couple of more questions. Any final advice for beginner or people switching into data?
As I said, don't learn too many things, right? You will not be able to. So you should be at least master of one, right? You may learn 10 technologies, but if you don't know at least one of them very in depth, you will always struggle. Because during interviews, you can tell that I'm very good at this, right? Then the focus will be more on that technology. Right? So if you and other things is, see, if you learn one thing in depth, it is very easy to learn other things, other technologies, right? Because concepts are little similar. So, for example, if you learn SQL, right? If you're learning PySpark, that's similar concept. You are doing aggregation, window function, everything same. It is just different syntax, different platform. But if you are good in SQL, PySpark, learning PySpark is just a matter of time. You will not struggle because you already know how to build logic. It is just you have to put in a different syntax. That's it.
Yes, I can vouch for this. Like many of the projects that I have worked for the PySpark, so many people they are comfortable with Python. They just write a data frame. Most of the people, what they do, like Spark.sql, put the SQL query into it, create the data frame. It's same. Some people are learning Python. They are like building the data frame. Sometimes they're using pandas and all the stuff. They're creating data frame. But many people like Spark.sql, put that query done. And also, if I can ask you, can you share one mantra or inspiration that keeps you going?
I think for me, it is all about, giving your more than what someone is asking, right? If I'm teaching, let's say, and let's say expectation is X, I always feel that I should give 1.2x or 1.5x to them. Because when you give more, you get more. That is what I have learned. The more you give, the more you get. In any aspect of life, right? Just you can relate this code to everything. The more you give, more you get. And you will always be happy with that.
Thank you so much for coming. All the insights that you provided for the data analytics and all sort of part. I'm sure, like listener, they would definitely love this conversation. I would say, like, thank you everyone for listening, and don't forget to check out Ankit Vansal's YouTube channel and Namaste SQL platform. That's it for today. Thank you so much for joining and for viewers for listening this podcast.